Okay, so we have a new episode of the secret of Skinwalker Ranch to talk about. We've got dead deers and burned fences and weird lights and, something crazy going on in the mesa itself. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell next to it to be notified of future videos. Join me on social media. Facebook and Twitter links are below. And, of course, let me know what you think about all this craziness in the comments below. I'm a huge fan of Skinwalker Ranch. The study of it was really foundational for me in my own evolution and understanding what the heck is going on with the phenomenon. I realized it wasn't all nuts and bolts, that there was a lot more going on when I got to Skinwalker Ranch. So I love Skinwalker Ranch. It's the real life Twilight Zone. Certainly wouldn't want to live there. Wouldn't want to live in the Twilight Zone either, but it is a fascinating place, and I want to get to the bottom of it. And so I love the show, and I look forward to every episode. And so I'm going to go over my notes. To begin with, the guys have a briefing reviewing what happened last time when they launched rockets and a weird purple light appeared. Thomas Winterton went out to investigate, and a UFO showed up and seemed to be following his movements. Very interesting, right? Then the light and the UFO disappeared. So they're going over that incident this time in the briefing that kicks off this episode. And on analysis, the purple light was at the level of some distant houses, they think. So it's not in the sky. And it would have required a lot of energy to be visible because it's purple, and apparently human eye has a hard time seeing purple over a distance. Thomas says he doesn't like it. He feels unnerved that this object in the sky, this UFO, seemed to have been tracking him when he went out to investigate that purple light. I don't blame him. If I was walking around the Twilight Zone investigating a mysterious purple light and a UFO was tracking me at the same time, it'd be a little unnerving. Meanwhile, of course, they are drilling into the mesa to find out what the heck is going on in there. There's the big dome object, and of course there is now a vertical object as well. And so the something is pushing the drill up. It's not going where they want it to go. Last year, something was pushing the drill down, and now it's being pushed up, and they don't know what the hell is going on. Travis says maybe we're on the top instead of the bottom this time. Could be. So the drill eventually encounters an object that it cannot penetrate. As soon as the drill hits the object, 6 other peaks surround the 33 megahertz peak of the drill on their sensors. And it's weird that something was rebroadcasting the drill signal into their spectrum analyzer. But what could be rebroadcasting it, right? So Eric wants to repeat the procedure and see if it happens again. They repeat it twice, and it happens again both times. Very weird. They're getting this weird signal thing that's being rebroadcast when their drill hits the dome or whatever the hell it is. And they eventually get to a point where the drill can't go any further. They pull the drill out, expecting it to be damaged because it's been grinding away at this object for a long time. But it's in perfect condition. The drill should be worn away, eaten away by this force that it has been using, because they have used all their force to push in there. And Travis says it's as if it was spinning in an invisible, frictionless force field. It made no logical sense. So just imagine, if you will, a drill burrowing into a mesa toward a buried UFO, potentially, and UFO doesn't like it, and it stops the UFO before it can get to it, and binds it in an invisible force field. So I think that's kind of what Travis was getting at. Could be. So they yank the drill out, and they go over. They get the material, the mud and stuff that's caked around the drill bit. Because last time they were able to get all those flakes of metal that came out of the mesa. And this time they want to see what other material they can get out of it. And they don't get any flakes this time. They get a bunch of muddy sludge. But they do want to analyze it. And later in the episode, we'll get the results from that. Meanwhile, Thomas, is still on his quest about the purple light and trying to get to the bottom of it, and at least preparing the study of the ranch for studying the south field where the purple light was, and it's kind of an area they have neglected in their study up until now. So he goes to install some cameras in that area. And he finds a dead deer. I mean, there's not much left of it, but some dried skin and bones. And but what's weird is nearby, very close to it, is this weird burned fence, and it's like got a kind of a scoop carved out of it, and it's all blackened, and it's weird. It doesn't look quite right. And they get Travis in to study it with his instruments. He can't find any higher levels of gamma rays, so no radiation around either the carcass or the fence post. But he does say the fence post is really weird. It's like some sort of superheated object just blew right through it. So could that be a UFO or an orb or something like that? Could that be the purple light or the UFO that was potentially following Thomas Winterton? So they bring out a veterinarian to look at the deer carcass. She finds that coyotes have chewed on it, but they did not kill it. There was no blood or anything else. The spine wasn't chewed on. So they don't know what killed this deer, but it wasn't predators, apparently. I don't know if that has anything to do with the lights or anything. It looked like an older carcass to me. They said it was an older carcass. It was all dried and desiccated, and mainly just a skeleton and with some dried flesh. So that looked like it had been there for a while. UFOs can do weird things with time sometimes, so who knows? But yeah, I'm thinking this is older. I don't know if that was made at the same time that the fence post was blown apart or charred or whatever happened there. I don't know if those two events are related or if the deer died years ago and, the event that happened to the fence post was, possibly at the same time as the purple light, more of a recent thing. So, but they are going to investigate the fence post next episode. So we might get some answers. They did seem to rule out a conventional explanation in the teaser for next week's episode. So that's something. Briefing room time. They go back to the briefing room, their headquarters, and they have analyzed the pink material recovered from the cave last week. They find out that it is a deposit like a coating on the rock, possibly formed by a vapor. It reminds the analyst of elemental selenium, which is apparently used, Travis says, in semiconductors and cloaking devices. So, okay, all right. Travis says that to form a vapor, the selenium would have had to be boiled and made into a vapor, maybe from some power source, some heat source inside the mesa. So something really hot within the mesa would have had to boil, and there would have had to have been some selenium there. Maybe it was using it as a cloaking device or for some semiconductor purpose, some advanced tech purpose. And it got really hot there and boiled out and formed this vapor that then coated the cave and formed this material. So, that seems to be the implication there. Again, something really weird is going on in the mesa. So they're all, they have a renewed reason to look at the mesa and to, get to the bottom of what the heck is going on in there. They also go over the sludge, the analysis of the sludge taken from the drill bit. And it turns out to be leached material from something highly metallic. Again, indicating that something big and metallic is within the mesa. So, what is that? Who knows? But they are finally going to bring in a portable drill and drill in from the top of the mesa down below. They should have done that on day one, right? but they are finally going to do what they should have done all along, and that is drill down from the bottom. I would like them just to tear it all up, but I guess that would be prohibitively expensive. So next time on the teaser for next time, Jay Stratton is going to come out. Travis's old buddy and colleague. Now they're working for Radiance Technologies together, potentially positioning themselves to reverse engineer alien technology. Travis probably wants to dig up the mesa so they can get their hands on some alien hardware that they can then reverse engineer, right? Jay says something like he looks like he's going to be used as bait. They, of course, analyze the fence and don't seem to find a conventional explanation. They also see a silver orb thing on the ground during daylight. So, anyway, a good episode, not a gangbusters episode, nothing super exciting to come out of it, but we do get these little nuggets that they're indications that something truly anomalous and weird is going on in the mesa. Some big metallic thing that has semiconductor material or cloaking device material or whatever, and at some point it got superheated and boiled up this fumes made of this material. And no big juicy things, no big rockets going in the sky with anomalous stuff in the sky. No new UFOs, but still really interesting. I mean, I'll take any analysis I can get of what the heck is going on out there. So have you guys seen the episode? What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed my coverage of that episode, please give this video a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. Facebook and Twitter links are below. I would love to see you guys there. And if you could share this video on social media when it drops, that would be super groovy. And until next time, this is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.